Hey guys, Alex here from Maxum BJJ. Check us out on the web, www.maxumbjj.com. All right, guys, today I'm going to show you how to use a switch in wrestling when your guard is getting passed. I love to use a lot of wrestling with my jiu-jitsu. I feel it definitely gives it a very good edge. A lot of guys are ready for a lot of the different movements. So we're going to start from when the guy has your leg staple, collar, and pant, how a lot of competitors are passing right now. So he's got my leg stapled, he's controlling collar, he's controlling pant, he's looking to put his head in there, looking a long step out to pass. So what we're to do here, number one principle when we're defending this pass, right, is obviously always breaking this grip, right? This collar grip is usually your first line of defense that you want to address. So two things I want to do from here. One is when his head is low and he has this grip on my collar, I want to get this hand inside, so I use 2 on 1, okay? I'm going to break this grip, and as soon as I break this grip, I want to keep this hand out and get this cross collar grip in here. That way it's going to give me a little leverage so I can look to separate his head and pressure from my chest, and it's going to allow me to pop up onto this elbow here, all right? I'm always looking to come on this elbow to recover, to scoot, to get back to butterfly, whatever it may be. So once I get this space, he most likely he's going to be trying to regain this collar here and drive in. So it's my job to time that. So when I break this collar grip, boom, I come up, right? Before he can grab this, I need to get my body to this side. Once I do that here, I'm going to come over the top of his tricep with my elbow. I'm going to look to bring my elbow underneath his leg. So, elbow behind his tricep. I'm going to bring this down. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Trapping his arm. I'm doing all this at once. I'm bringing my hip out, and I'm feeding this hand underneath his leg here. Now, some people will show the switch using the belt, and I'm not a big fan of this because it's very loose. All right? I'd rather use a grip with my free hand. So when I'm coming here for the switch, I like to come underneath his leg here in this deep, bringing my hip out, trying to look like I'm looking at the tag on his shirt, as Izzy, our wrestling coach, says. All right? My free hand here, it's got to do something because I don't want to get re-switched where the guy can sit behind my back here. So if Dennis is trying to re-switch me, he can come right behind me here and get, and I don't want this to happen. Once I get this grip in, and I know this hand is secure inside his thigh, I'm looking to be scooting my hip, driving in towards his shoulders, looking towards the tag in his shirt. And this hand, I'm going to use, this is the beauty of having the gi, where I can anchor in some of my wrestling moves where I don't have to worry about a scramble. So I can either control one of two places. I can control at his leg, where I'm able to punch, or I can control at his far skirt, where I can pull. All right, so if I'm controlling here at the skirt, right, it's not allowing his hip to sit and come behind me. So as I do the switch and I drag myself in my heel, bringing my hip out, looking towards the tag of his shirt, he can't re-switch me. I have his hip controlled. He can't sit to guard. From here, it allows me to take my hand out, base, and now that leg that he had inside stapled is becoming my hook to get behind him and look to take the back. Okay? So one more time, we start from the stapled position where he's passing. My job is to get this hand in between us, right, and address this grip. Right? 2 on 1, break this grip. Boom. Now I'm going to control the wrist, getting that collar, nice 4-finger grip inside, to punch and to make that space between us. Now from here, I'm going to start to sit up. Before he can regain my collar and grab and bring me back down to the ground, I want to get up and over this arm, elbow in the pocket here, palm up. I'm looking to get this in between me and Dennis to do the switch, okay? So from here, I want to be putting this elbow down, using my heel to scoop my hip out, looking towards the tag of his shirt and getting this hand in between me and Dennis, grabbing on the inside of his thigh, okay? Once I'm anchored into his thigh, I'm using that movement here, pulling myself this way. This hand, we're going to anchor into the skirt to pull. Or I'm looking to anchor into the pant leg here and punch. And come up. If my opponent does happen to sit to his hip, it's very easy for me to continue the pass because I have control of a controlling grip. Back in the switch. One last thing, you're going to know you're doing the switch correctly because when I start moving my hip out, looking towards his shoulders and putting that pressure, this arm should feel like it's getting caught in like an arm bar here or like a shoulder lock. Here. Should cause a little discomfort to your partner. It's going to make him want to pull his hand out, which allows you the space to come up. Okay? One of the key things when doing the switch is keeping pressure towards the shoulders and looking up towards his shoulders here while bringing your hip out. Okay? Now, the benefit of doing this with the gi, I have a grip to keep him from re-switching me or sitting into guard. Just pant.